Doing good. I'm actually outside today, and I hope that y'all can hear me okay. But this is just a day, man. We're just gonna touch base for the top of the year. Um, I'm really like blown away today for the top of the year. A lot of things that I read on in the last 2 years has now pretty much all come to pass, right? And this is a very important time because if I can encourage anybody out there, I'm gonna just say it like this. And this is the year of freshness, newness. Um, if you have something that you sit on and you know it's special about you, and maybe other people don't really understand you, I really encourage you this year to just embrace that side of you because you never know where it can take you. Okay. So that's gonna just start off what I'm talking about. And we're gonna get into it. So I woke up at like 2:30 this morning, and to my surprise, China has been showing out. I posted a couple of my messages. Y'all can actually go check out my other platform, and I actually reposted it on this platform, but it was more so talking about Peaky Blinders, right? And I was speaking on how I was channeling in that show is like the World War I. And during that time, it was great upheaval for economy. It was a lot of assassinations. This is about central powers and allied powers and the governments coming together, right? Contracts, things of that nature. And we see China, we had a huge hack this morning with China. Also, we see assassinations happening where someone literally ran over 10 people and killed them last night in New Orleans, right? That's symbolic as well. And I want to go over a few messages because the fact that all of this is in the forefront now, I know that it's time to really put this out in a different way. So I'm going to just go through my downloads with you guys. So one card that I pulled today was the 10 of Cups. And this was about a triple threat energy. This is about a triple meaning type of energy. And when I broke that down, this is on 3 different scales. So this is about families on higher scales. When we think of like slavery and you think of how like in the past days, they had like the families. And I was actually looking up Dred Scott last night, and I think it was the Pope family or something like that. So just looking at how those particular plantation families, like in the South and things, I've actually seen some as I've been on this earth, but that's something to look at. The beginning of slavery, quote unquote, and the 1619 project is very significant, okay? So we want to also look at the family structure within ourselves. This is where a lot of us are balancing. A lot of deep healing work took place in the last year with that mother and father wound. If you need some guidance, I have readings posted for you guys where y'all can go tap in with that. But this is now coming to a place of balance within to make decisive decisions without externally with the company you keep, all of this, right? But then I also see on a different scale, this is where a lot of families are in turmoil right now. And if I can tie this around, I'm just being honest with you guys. Like me and my family are we're just not in alignment anymore, right? These are the same people who, when I tried to come out and do this particular work, I was crazy. I've been even put out of my house at a point because of this. So I've went through the ringer just to be able to speak on these messages. So with family, a lot of times you are going to be the different one. A lot of times, especially the millennials and Gen Z, we are doing things differently. So this is a time to embrace that. A lot of families could be having some internal conflict right now, hidden things that are coming to the surface. Maybe these are broken dynamics, but it's really just underlying issues that haven't been addressed, and that's aiding into the family dysfunction. So this is a time of rebuilding on all of those scales. So remember I said the triple threat. So on the global scale, we're seeing now the head is now crumbling, right? If we know China, we know they're the leaders excuse me, a leaf just fell and I thought it was a bug, my bad. But we know they're the leaders in global manufacturing, right? And they are in the top position with tech, okay? You know, they have the worst climate pretty much. If you look it up right now, they are even talking about how this was the hottest year in 2024 for China. So that's really not a good sign, right? This is kind of attaching to the environmental cataclysms, environmental upheaval, environmental changes, even natural disasters. I've been channeling that the last 2 years, and I do think this is going to be a year of great earthquakes. I see a lot of water because I keep seeing shaking first, though. So I don't know if this is an earthquake coming to China specifically, or if this is on a global scale, but definitely look for that earthquake, okay? Because I was feeling like shakiness a lot. So we want to keep our eyes on China. We also want to pay attention to Russia, the UK, Romania, Rome, and the Vatican, okay? We're cutting the source at the head, okay? This is on a global scale. And like I told you guys, a lot of things have to come out. I even posted yesterday, what goes up must come down now. What goes around comes back around. It's a lot of things that have been done. Even like how I posted today, a lot of China's medical workers are being punished because of their lack of integrity or, you know, false diagnosis and things like that. They're even still asking where did this stuff of COVID, where did it originate? And people are still withholding those answers, right? So this is deep. We need to just keep our eyes on that. We're cutting the source at the head. Take that as you will, whether that is the origin place. We've been saying this, but we'll just wait for it to continue to come out. You want to look at the economy right now, because if China's economy is fluctuating, then we should definitely look at our economy, okay? For the U.S. and globally, really. We want to focus on political regimes. All right. China is in over-indebtedness right now. Okay. They have economic burdens because of millions of empty or blank, unfinished apartment blocks. We have trillions of money in debt. We have straining local governments and ballooning industrial production. Okay. This is also about the exports that are surging. Okay. And they have a lot of trade tension going on. I also was channeling new stimulus. So this brings me back to when I hear that word stimulus, I automatically think of the pandemic. Okay, so they're trying to aid people right now. But I was just hearing that word and it just, I guess it maybe triggered me. Okay, also we know that with this tech, we want to pay attention to their artificial intelligence. They just broke kind of like a barrier that they were having a problem with, but they have now pushed through that, okay? So we want to focus on that with their AI. I already mentioned the families. They have a new AI model, to be specific, okay? Also, we want to focus on these hackers, what's going on, satellites, new implementation, excuse me. And we want to focus on those drones and surveillance, okay? Also, movies of significance. I have quite a few, but I'm going to give y'all the main ones to watch like in the next few days. So we got Iron Man 3, Transformers, The Dark of the Moon, Hitman 47, Aquaman, and Eagle Eye. All right, this is a time of the shadow side and the dark side of the moon. If you know, we just left a full moon, and that was about completions. That was about going into the depths of our souls, what is hidden, what's needing to come out of our subconscious minds. And this is why I was tying it to the family dynamics. A lot of things have been shaken up because of our family dynamics, because of how we've been taught. And a lot of those structures can no longer go anymore. So this is even tying in to cut the head at the source, right? So you know how they say, oh, it starts from home, it starts at home, right? Sometimes we got to go back to what we learned in our foundation, because then we may have not been living in the right alignment. So an example, like I was telling y'all, for the last 5 years, I've had to fight to do this, to just speak on messages. It's different It's not necessarily normal. So people judge me. You know, they ridicule me, they belittle me, degrade me. You know, I've been damn near, should I say, abused because of this, right? So with that, do I deny that side of myself, or do I let the people go who can't accept me in this new phase of Tori? This is friends. This is people who judge me, and I know you're judging me. Like, it doesn't matter because we see who's right now. I've been called crazy, all of that stuff. But that just lets me know that these people are not supposed to go where I'm going, right? So that's the work that we've been doing. It's like the grief was in 2022, 2023. Last year was really about balancing, and this year is about flourishing. Okay? Now, if you're on the reset, the restart, maybe you're just hearing about healing. Maybe you're just hearing about certain things in spiritual terms or whatever, coming into tarot messages, whatever. This is your time of great introspection. Okay? We are at a 9-year. So this can go two ways. This can either be the physicality of things, or this is completing of things, right? The closing of things. So that's the two scales that you're on. No matter where energy you're either in one of those positions for that 9-year. Okay, 2025 is a 9-year. All right, and it's been a 9-year cycle for me, particularly because of 2016. That was a very prominent time for me. I was 19. So now that we're here again at a 9-year, I can even see how that cycle is closing out in my own life. So y'all really look at it like that. Are you closing out some things, or are you ready to go forward into this newness, to physicalize new things? This is where I'm talking about the decisive action, decisive decisions, whether you need to cut people away, whether you need to go make up with people, whatever the case is, this is decisive time, okay? So we really want to focus on that. Rebuilding the harmony is where we want to focus. If you are not in harmony this year, conflict. We are trying to not have as much conflict. We already see this going on a global scale in the news. I feel like it's going to be a great year and a great time of upheaval, but we have to rely on our hope right now, okay? Underlying issues, you got to get to the bottom of it. And I'm going to say this. Like I keep telling y'all, I said this last year, rightful positions. There are two sides right now. Which side are you on? Because some people are feeling a little topsy-turvy, a little angry. I can feel the energy. And then some people are light as a feather because we've done the work, right? So people who have done the work, don't let those people trigger you, okay? Don't let those people project their own shit and their own unhappiness and fucking misery onto you in this season, okay? We give them compassion, but we don't allow that shit to come into our vortex in this season, okay? So that's for somebody. Keep that in mind. All right, cool. I went through pretty much all of the news today. Oh, I did have some channel songs for you guys if y'all want to listen to it. I Will Survive. I think that's by Donna Summers, or it could be Diana Ross. I don't know. But it's somebody like a disco lady. I'm seeing it in my head. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And if it is Diana Ross, I actually channeled something about her as well. She was coming through heavy. Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Florence Ballard is coming through very heavy in the movie Dreamgirls. Okay, so I don't know if something's going to come out about Diana Ross or some truths about Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, but I do feel there is something in that energy because I was heavily channeling that. So be on the lookout for that as well. I know the story. I'm trying to give y'all an example of that. I heard Us, so go watch Us, okay? And that'll kind of put that into perspective. So I did want to just leave that. We do want to focus on Aquaman. Go watch that movie for sure, because we want to focus on how there's a lot of pollution in the water that is causing great shifts to happen, okay? The earth can cleanse herself. She will get rid of us before we get rid of her, okay? I need y'all to know that. So start caring about your environment, please. Like, we need that, okay? And the second song and the last message that I'm going to give y'all is that song, Just the Two of Us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. So I don't know. These are soulmates coming together, twin flames coming together. But this is also the two parts of yourself coming together. Like I said, it's been a great time since slavery, man. Families have been broken. The mother and father construct is now coming to an end. I know that sounds weird, but I've been said this. I felt it. And it's just a time to really heal ourselves, man. We got to heal those mommy, daddy wounds. We're not mad at our mommy and daddy, but there comes a time where the truth will set you free. Okay, so this is where I see humanity going. All right. So really just focus on that. Have fun this year. A lot of stuff is going to be coming out, and I'm going to be doing my thing as well. I appreciate everybody who has booked a reading. May do some specials this month. So if you want a reading, just hit me up on here. You can comment and I'll get back to you. But other than that, I definitely just wanted to come on and give y'all a little something. Also with that Iron Man 3, before I leave, I don't know if there's going to be a TERROIST attack. But if there is, I was channeling 2 movies. It's that movie called Die Hard, I think, with Bruce Willis. And then Iron Man 3, and y'all should go look at the character Trevor. It was about custom terrorist attacks, okay? So I want y'all to look at that, but just be on the lookout. You know, if it is on the news, I wouldn't get too fearful or panicky. I actually would just kind of turn off the news, and when you're guided to go to it, then you go. That's the best way I kind of move with the news. So that's for somebody, for some, maybe all of us. Just get ready. This is going to be a time of change, but it's a beautiful time as well. So the duality, embrace it, ride the wave, and I got you if you need anything, okay? So I will see y'all on the next reading. Y'all stay up, stay in love, stay in light, and most importantly, please stay safe, and I'll see y'all later.